in here seeking asylum from the communist police. Outside these walls were thousands of communists determined to kill me. My choice was simple. I could stay here in the safety of your embassy, or I could go out and attempt the biggest mass conversion in history. I decided to stay, and I've been upstairs ever since. The head of this embassy is Ambassador James F. McGee. He was put in charge here by our government because of his firm grasp on world events. Each morning for the past 4 years, he enters the room, surveys the environment, and graces us with his clarity and wisdom.
God, look at all those communists.
This is typical of his ability to sum up a situation brilliantly. Mr. Gilroy is Ambassador McGee's bright-eyed and efficient assistant.
I am the only man in the Foreign Service who knows the words to the second stanza of the Star-Spangled Banner.
All of his vital memos are sent through Mr. Gilroy.
Gilroy, take a vital memo. To all embassy personnel, unless a new embassy building is purchased, we must think of ways to make room in the small mansion. It was unfortunate that when Spiro Agnew passed through the country last week, we weren't able to put him up for the night. It was equally unfortunate that no one here recognized him. See, this will not happen again.
And this is Ambassador McGee's other assistant. Not exactly bright-eyed and not exactly efficient. In fact, he's the only man in the history of the Foreign Service to accidentally wrap his lunch in a pastry.
I've worked in 17 U.S. embassies before, some for as long as 3 weeks.
This young man has worked at this embassy for 6 months. That is the longest he's ever worked at any one embassy. Why? Well, he's pleasant, he's eager, and he's the ambassador's son.
You sent for me, Dad?
This is where it begins. I'd better get back up to my room.
Axel, the leaders of my party would like to discuss the possibility of placing my name in the coming gubernatorial race in our state.
I think you'd make a great governor, Dad. Your broad outlook would appeal to psychotic liberals as well as militant fascists. Something for everyone.
Naturally, in my absence, I expect this embassy will be run with the same brilliant efficiency it is accustomed to when I'm here.
This is a quiet little outpost. There should be no trouble.
I'll level with you, Axel. I'm tempted to leave Mr. Gilroy in charge, but it looks bad for the family image.
Dad, the Foreign Service is my whole life. Give me a chance to prove myself to you once and for all. Besides, what could go wrong in 2 weeks?
You were in Brazil for 2 weeks, and you had them importing coffee.
Dad, I know how much that governorship means to you, and I'll see that this embassy remains a credit to your record.
The only important guest we'll be having in the next 2 weeks is the Sultan of Bashir.
I'll see that the Sultan gets royal treatment.
You sure will, Axel. I'm on the verge of concluding a very big oil deal with the Sultan that will make me a very big man next November. You know, Axel, most fathers start their sons in the mailroom, let them work their way on top. I started you on top, and you worked your way to the mailroom. Embassy is a clean start for you, Axel. It's not one letter perfect, I'll fire you. And if your own father fires you, the end of the line. Goodbye, Axel.
Have a nice flight, Dad. Mr. Gilroy! Called. For the next 2 weeks, I am in charge of this embassy. Business will go on as usual, and it would mean a great deal to me to have your full cooperation.
Your father should have known better than to leave in charge a man who was asked to leave Africa.
That's not fair. Some of the best men in the Foreign Service have at one time or another been recalled from a country.
Africa is a continent. You're recalled from an entire continent. And what about Japan? You never mentioned that. Or the Soviet Union. You've managed to cover that up, too.
Look, you know I've had some bad breaks career-wise.
You were hung in effigy in Panama.
I admitted I was.
Yeah, never by our own embassy.
Yes, this is the American embassy. No, Ambassador McGee's not here right now. He's on his way back to the United States. This is his son, Axel McGee. I'm sorry. What the hell was that all about?
It's the communist police, and they're chasing 3 people. They look like American tourists. Mr. McGee, they're running up the steps of the embassy.
We better open the front door quickly.
Help! Where are we going to get
restricted area.
That doesn't make them spies. They're American tourists. Didn't you see the shirt that guy was wearing? Look, what do they take pictures of?
Missile sites and rocket installations. Oh, they have seen too much. They must die.
Mr. McGee, they're setting up searchlights and machine guns all around the embassy.
Look, I'm sure they didn't realize. I'll tell you what, I'll give you the film. In fact, I'll give you the whole camera.
If you do not hand them over to us, we will drag them and then shoot them.
Just a minute here. This embassy is United States territory, and no one can be dragged out of here and shot without the written consent of the American government.
Your behavior is an extreme violation of international conduct. Leave these premises at once.
Who are you?
I'm Axel McGee. I'm in charge of this embassy in my father's absence, and I order you to leave at once. Guns or no guns, if you don't go right now, then Mr. Kilroy will throw you out.
Mr. McGee, something is happening.
Yes, Giselle, I know.
There are soldiers outside. They are surrounding the house.
They won't hurt you.
I can't cook if I'm being stared at. I'm that kind of person.
And who are you?
I am personal chef to Ambassador Nagy, formerly chef to the King of Norway, formerly chef at the White House, formerly chef to the Queen of England. Before that, I did very little cooking.
Don't you terrorize our help.
I had a cake in the oven. Your gunshot made it fall.
Ye stand firm. I'll lodge a formal protest.
You stand firm. I'll lodge the formal... Look, you spy on us. We spy on you. Everybody knows it. Why all of a sudden do we pretend it's so unusual?
You do spy on us?
Huh? No. All the time. Espionage goes on between our two countries every day. Why be so hypocritical about it?
It does, huh? And are they spies?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know.
How do you know they're not spies? You never saw me before.
Are you going to tell me your country doesn't send spies into the United States posing as tourists?
So you admit they're spies?
Well, what if they are? That doesn't give you the right to enter this building illegally. You're going to start an international incident. This is not just an outrage, but a cruel and vicious attack on the whole free world. I wouldn't be surprised if France took our side.
Mr. Projak, I have your Foreign Affairs Office on the phone. They want you to report back immediately.
He admitted they're spies.
You did, Mr. McGee.
Well,
He admitted it. I have it all here on tape.
Well, I did in the sense that, they spy on us and we spy on
We
them.
do
but-
nothing of the sort.
Actually, we do. If we all stop being hypocritical about it and just
That's
be honest.
enough, Mr. McGee.
We do spy.
Would you speak louder, please?
Look, don't twist my words. You come in here barging in with guns like that, and you wonder why a brutal dictatorship gets such a bad name.
The embassy will be surrounded from this day on. The spies will either come out or spend the rest of their lives in here. But first, the world will hear this confession. Goodbye for now.
How could you do it? How could you admit that they were spies?
I panicked.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking, don't panic. Don't lose control.
You!
Oh,
You, with the vest! Why'd you tell him we're spies?
Water, be careful. He's always eavesdropping.
They come in here, say we're spies. He tells them yes. All of a sudden, I'm a spy.
Where's my daughter?
I'll get her. Miss Burns, will you bring the girl up from the basement?
yes, Miss Burns, bring the girl up from the basement.
What are you, his echo?
Water, be quiet.
Those lunatics out there accuse us of spying. This lunatic says yes.
Actually, if you were listening to the conversation, you would know that I was trying to calm them down.
First, no movie on the plane. And then this.
It's a simple misunderstanding.
Oh, yeah? How simple?
We leave the building, they shoot us. Simple enough?
Don't jump to conclusions. There'd be a trial first.
Who is this guy?
I better call your father. Yeah, he's still reaching with the airport.
There's no need for that, Mr. Kilroy. I can handle a crisis.
Handle one. You are one.
A man takes his family on vacation, wants to show him a good time. This is what we have working in our government. Then they wonder why I don't vote.
I gotta make up for it.
Well, Walter, that's what you get for taking pictures.
It's my vacation. My new hobby's photography. Am I interested in their missiles and rockets? No, I want to take some pictures, that's all.
I wonder if your photos are valuable.
Atlantic Beach.
Every year it must be Atlantic Beach. What's the matter, Walter? They need you to work the tide?
No, we had to go to Europe. $3,500 for 3 weeks of uninterrupted diarrhea.
What's so terrible? My brother suggested we see Europe. He had a wonderful time here.
Tired of living for your brother. I have to run my life by her brother. That's a hot one.
Look, I realize you're upset. If I could just get some facts.
Mr. and Mrs. Walter Hollander, Newark, New Jersey.
The facts are, I have a 3-week vacation. I say, let's take a cabana in Atlantic Beach. There's sun, you can play pinochle, there's miniature golf. No, her brother says go to Europe. And behind the Iron Curtain, no less. I need this like a growth.
Aren't you interested in how the other half lives? We took you to the Foley's Berger in Paris.
You comparing communism to those girls?
As if he appreciates Europe any place. We took him to Westminster Abbey. His feet hurt. We took him to St. Pete's in Rome. He got dizzy from looking up. We took him to the Louvre. I'd hate to tell you what happened there.
It's pronounced Louvre, Louvre. That's how much you know.
In the Louvre, he struck a match across a Van Gogh. I thought I would die.
Have either of you two ever had any respiratory ailments? Sorry.
I have a brother, see? He's a wonderful man.
He's a Nazi.
You know what you're talking about?
Trust me, you should be wearing an armband.
Here we are, seeking asylum.
I'm not seeking asylum. I didn't do anything. I'm a caterer from New Jersey.
I'll need your passports, and I have to get some information.
I'm giving you information. You see, it all began with my brother. What a lovely individual.
They should have hung him in Nuremberg.
Have either of you two bought anything on credit? Oh,
My brother went to Europe last year, so he suggested we bring our daughter. It's cultural. My brother's an intellectual, you know.
Yeah, some intellectual. He's like Sonny Liston.
and you're just a caterer. I mean, nobody paid you to take pictures of anything or anything like that.
Hollander and Blackwell, finest in Newark. Here's my card.
And do you work, Mrs. Hollander?
No, sir, I'm an average housewife.
Some average housewife, she's a professional mahjong hustler. Carries around her own tiles.
And you accidentally wandered into a restricted area. I mean, you didn't sneak in or anything.
I told him it looked like private property, but no, he had to get a photograph. He said, why, Marion? Because there are guards and dogs and barbed wire? I said, yes, Walter, because there are guards and dogs and barbed wire. What did you think this was, a place that sold guards and dogs and barbed wire?
Didn't they chase you and you had the good sense to come here?
My daughter had the presence of mind.
She did the right thing, Mrs. Hollander.
Sure, so you could tell them we're spies. My wife should not have to go through this. She's not a young woman.
On the one hand, we want to protect on the other hand, we want to protect the best interests of the United States government.
I always knew those went hand in hand.
I'm an old woman.
Oh, I didn't mean old. I meant young old.
There's nothing to worry about.
Sure, because I'm a caterer, not a spy. Creative catering, our specialty. We were the first to make bridegrooms out of potato salad.
He does lovely work, I'll say that for him.
2 weeks ago, we did a wedding reception. I did the bride's body in jello, her head in a very nice clam dip with fruit punch spouting out of her throat. It was a class affair.
I should have this settled in a few days.
Few days? What do you think I'm gonna do? Live here?
Look, it may require some effort, but we're going to have to show those communists that their police state tactics just won't work. I'll have Mr. Kilroy see if we can get some spare cots.
Cots? I won't sleep on a cot. I'm a dignified human being with a hernia.
Look, it's an emergency, Mr. Hollander. We'll just have to try our best.
I can't stay here. I got a business. Sam Blackwell can't handle it by himself. He's the inside man. I'm the outside man. It requires personality.
Mr. Hollander, was there some sort of notebook in the hotel back in your suitcase? With some kind of list in it?
No. Ah, yeah, the Levine wedding estimate.
Yeah, what is that?
The Levine wedding. How many from the bride side, how many from the groom side, how much roast beef, how much grapefruit.
The communist police say they've been working on it and they've broken the code.
Code? What code?
Supply information, troop movements.
Troop movements. That's the Levines and the Wassermans. There's more Levines because she's paying. They eat like an army, but they're Elizabeth.
It's that damn Kojak trying to frame you.
I can't stay here. I got a business. Sam Blackwell can't handle the firm by himself. He lacks my charm.
He has a son, Walter. He's over 21.
His son, who's gonna dress him? you'll excuse me, I'm off to America. Where's my hat?
Mr. McGee, what do you think's gonna happen?
Let them capture me. I'm a caterer.
This is preposterous.
They want information, I'll tell them how to make grapefruit sections.
Mr. Hollander, you can't go out there.
Oh, let him go. Go ahead, Big Shot. We'll be in here if you need us. Go ahead, there's the front door.
Don't think I won't.
Stop talking already and do it.
Mrs. Hollander, don't start trouble.
You think I'm afraid of those guys?
No, what's to be afraid of? They're only secret police. They'll arrest you, they'll torture you. There's nothing to be afraid of.
You think I'm afraid to go out?
No, Walter, go ahead. Get brainwashed. In your case, it'll probably help.
Mr. Hollander, I strongly urge you not to do anything rash.
Oh, let him go. Go ahead.
Anybody seen Susan?
I've been hiding down in the basement. Mr. McGee, I would like for you to meet my daughter, Susan. She was a cesarean. How do you do, Mr. McGee? Are we free to go home yet?
Home?
Sure, we're free to go home. You see what's doing out there thanks to this guy?
I'm terribly sorry.
It's supposed to do about Seth.
Seth! Oh, my God!
Forgive her. In her panic, she's completely forgotten that she gave birth twice.
I wasn't even worried about Seth. Seth's at camp.
Camp ends tomorrow. And what's going to happen when we're not there to let him in? He'll be unsupervised. He'll live in the streets. He'll run amok. He'll rape and loot. You know us, son. He takes after your brother.
Walter, I just thought of something. Susan's getting married next week.
That's right. I reserved the hall.
Getting married, huh? I guess you're real anxious to get out of here.
That's a long story, Mr. McGee.
Let's not discuss it. The date's been set.
Well, I guess we're going to have to push it back, Walter. You better call the owner of the Renaissance Luau and get our deposit back.
Better call Donald. He'll be worried sick.
I'll call. Mr. McGee, what's the longest anyone has ever had to stay here?
Well, we gave asylum to a priest who's been living upstairs for a while.
What's a while?
You know, a while.
How long?
6 years?
6 years! I said let's take a cabana in Atlantic Beach. There's sun, you can play pinochle. No, our brother says go to Europe. May he rest in peace.
He's not dead.
He should be.
At least give us a hand.
Look, Mr. Kilroy, I've been on the phone for the past 6 hours. Washington, with their embassy, with the UN. The whole picture's become clear to me now.
What whole picture?
It's all over the American press. This morning, the FBI captured this country's top secret agent, Adolf Lopert, the Gray Fox.
The Gray Fox?
One of their most brilliant spies. They caught him posing as a student at Berkeley. Apparently, the Reds went after the first American tourist they could find in retaliation.
Now I suppose they want to trade spies. Adolf Lopert for the Hollanders.
Washington won't hear of it. They're outraged.
I wonder if that's the way it's going to be from now on. Every time we arrest one of their spies, they arrest one of our caterers.
I'd better go up to chef. Mr. Hollander is driving you crazy. He hates European food.
McGee, are you aware that the Sultan of Bashir is due here on Friday? I suggest we postpone his arrival to a more auspicious moment.
Nonsense. I should have this cleared up by Friday.
And if you don't,
And if I don't, business will go on as usual. I am in charge of this embassy.
Mr. McGee, may I please speak with you?
Certainly. Please, Mr. Kilroy. I'm awfully sorry about your accommodations, but we are jammed, and it is temporary.
Mr. McGee, I hope you're not upset by my parents.
Upset?
They're really sweet people. They just have their own way of expressing themselves. Don't let their form of communication throw you.
You don't have to explain parents to me. I have 2 parents. Well, I had 2 parents. My mother's in court right now trying to disown me.
Mr. Kilroy explained to me that your father is Ambassador McGee.
Did he also tell you that if I don't make it here, I'm finished?
Oh, it's not that bad. Everybody makes mistakes. Every time I pick up the papers, I read about another diplomatic crisis cropping up somewhere in the world.
Oh, have you noticed my name in every article?
Funny, you're just the opposite of Donald.
Who's Donald?
He's my fiancé. He's so confident and totally in command.
Well, I'm confident too. In between major international plunges.
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm beginning to like it here.
Gee, it's awfully sweet of you to take that attitude. I mean, I really appreciate it.
I mean it. It's very exciting and romantic. Most people spend their whole lives without anything like this happening to them.
So your father keeps telling me.
Danger stimulates me. You know how many babies were born in England in World War II as a result of the Blitz?
Well, if it's danger you want, take a look out there. Must be 24 professional killers.
It's hard to see much.
Here, knock off that light.
Oh, sure.
There, you can see all the guards and secret police.
Look at all those guards. They've got machine guns. Are you married, Mr. McGee?
Actually, my work has caused me to not meet any attractive American women.
Oh, so you don't have a girlfriend or someone back home?
Actually, my work has caused me to travel a lot, suddenly. What do? Are you a model or an actress or something?
No. I danced in New York City Center Ballet. I was a folk singer, and I worked in a coffee house in Greenwich Village.
As a waitress?
I repaired motorcycles. Right now, my big interest is painting.
No kidding. I paint. You'd hate my work, though. It's all very abstract. See, I stand back and splash oil all over everything. Then I run over it with my sneakers and stick my lunch on it. In fact, my lunch came in second once at a showing in Cape Cod.
I adore abstract art.
Really? I'm a big Jackson Pollock man. His drippings best express my mental state. After dinner, if you're interested, I could take you upstairs and show you a little statue I once made out of some old automobile parts in a bedpan.
I'd love it.
You know, you really are very pretty.
Thank you.
Forgive my intrusion, Mr. McGee, but I must know what is the decision for dinner.
What's the problem?
It's him.
Mr. Hollander.
Be nice to him. I'll see you at dinner.
Every dish I name, he says no.
Well, does he have any suggestions?
Mr. McGee, we are 4,000 miles away from the United States. This is a communist country. It's 8 o'clock at night. Where do you expect me to get Sarah the coffee?
What kind of place is this?
Oysters?
Oysters. They're alive when you eat them. I want my food dead. Not sick, not wounded, dead.
It's too late now to get anything new. Take a very nice piece of beer.
Beard, you must be joking.
What's wrong with beer? My recipe is one of the great secrets of European cooking.
Let's keep it that way.
Mr. McGee, if I had known, I had very little. I couldn't get to the market. There were soldiers outside.
Mr. Hollander, try and understand. Our menu here is particularly elaborate because we entertain guests from all over the world.
All I want is a plain piece of boiled chicken.
Walter, where did you go off to?
You know I can't get a meal here?
I'll go in the kitchen and make you something.
Good.
Madame, how do you live with this man? Do you force feed him?
Don't worry, I know what he likes.
I warn you, madame, no one has ever been in my kitchen before. If you do anything to spoil the odor of my spice rice, I don't know what I'll do. Do you hear me? I don't know what I'll do.
It's good to know our food's being cooked by an outpatient.
I spoke to Bonnie Silverman on the phone.
Good. Did you tell him not to drive to Newark Airport with the station wagon because we may be 6 years late?
Mrs. Hollander, I meant to speak to you about the phone. Naturally, you're free to use it, if you could limit your calls to a few dozen.
This is nothing for her. She has to alert the whole Newark, individually, like Paul Revere.
I called the clients, Walter. They said they'll take care of Seth till we get back.
The Kleins, you couldn't find a worse couple.
What's wrong with the clients?
They have orgies.
How do you know?
I catered one.
Hey, look who I met.
Father Drobny, what brings you down here?
I heard so much commotion today, and I met this young lady in that hall upstairs.
Oh, these are the Hollanders. They came in here today in much the same way you did 6 years ago.
Are you refugees?
Refugees. You know what I paid for this shirt?
We were at the Vatican. We saw your boss. For me, I'm free to talk.
Yes? Yes, this is the American Embassy. Excuse me a moment. I'd better take this inside.
He's got this little tiny room on the top floor, and he practically never leaves it.
Don't you go crazy?
Oh, no, I am a guest through the courtesy of your government. I do not wish to make myself a nuisance. some drastic change in national policy. I have many friends who can help me to escape, but my duty is to return and one day lead my people once again.
Oh, so, until you lead your people, you just stay up in your bedroom?
Well, in recent years I've developed a hobby, so it passes the lonely moment.
Oh, what do you do? Father Druppy is a magician.
I've been practicing for years. Years!
That's a wonderful hobby.
Pecare. God, I am not forcing.
Come on, Dad, be a sport.
Don't be rude, Walter.
Go on, take one. Jack of spades.
Wrong. 5 of diamonds.
Damn it! Oh, sorry.
Father Druppy has all different kinds of interesting things up there, don't you, Father?
Oh, I have those. I raise them. I transform them before your eyes.
Why don't you go up and get some of your things? I'd love to see them.
Really? Would you?
Of course he would. Wouldn't you, Walter?
Sure, why else see the guy that's trapped here?
Oh, that is great. An audience. An audience. I will be right back. I will do my ring trick and my silk handkerchief production and my vanishing billiard ball.
Eric, it's the Ed Sullivan Show.
I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Don't go away.
Imagine staying up in your room and practicing magic for 6 years.
Walter, do you think the same thing's gonna happen to us?
Where do you compare? We're innocent tourists. He's a priest. You know how it is with those guys. The one who suffers the most gets a promotion.
Mr. Hollander, I think you finally solved your dinner problem.
What?
The chef is making you hair.
What?
Hair.
What's hair?
It's a rabbit.
Pardon me?
Hair is rabbit.
It's the closest thing to chicken the chef could find.
Rabbit?
It's delicious.
Like bunny rabbit?
If you don't ask him, he eats what you put in front of him.
Like Peter Rabbit?
If I had told you it was chicken, you wouldn't have known the difference.
I will not eat my furry friends. It's like eating squirrels. Look, can't you order out? There must be a Chinese place somewhere.
I'm back.
He's back.
I can only carry the small things, but it's enough to last the first few hours of the show.
How many hours does the show last?
I want to go home.
Up there. I have nothing up my robes.
Isn't it wonderful, Walter? A tricky priest.
I've been waiting for this moment for years. There is nothing in my box. Now watch closely. I take my white dove. I place it in the box. I say the magic words. Focus, focus. And where there was previously a white dove, voila! Wait, what? There was a rabbit. There's supposed to be a rabbit in here. There's no rabbit in here. Where's my rabbit?
How do you like it? Rare, medium, well done?
There's my rabbit!
me. And don't threaten them. Look, you know you're only doing this because we captured Adolf Loper, your illustrious gray fox. I bet that... Hello? Hello?
Boy, they're stinkers.
Mrs. Hollander, could you please remove that ironing board?
Where should I iron? If I go in the kitchen, the chef starts to cry.
Everyone could please just go to their room.
How long can a person keep locked up in a cloakroom? Listen, I'm worried about Walt. First he wrote his congressman, and he got back and made me grab a form letter. Then he wrote the senator, and he got back and made me grab a form letter. And then he wrote our son, and he got back and made me grab a form letter. I am okay. I am eating. I am getting plenty of rest. Your loving son said. How do you like that?
That's because he writes him 3 letters a day. Your husband worries about him too much. There's no need for your husband to send him food home from Europe. Could you please remove that ironing board?
Oh, hello, Walter. Did you see that? I said hello, Walter. Did you see that look he gave me? Hello, Grouch.
Mrs. Hollander, he should be here any minute.
Who should?
The Sultan of Bashir. Or did you forget?
Wasn't that called off?
I suggested a postponement, but you assured me that you would have matters settled and that business would proceed as usual.
Oh, hell, let me think.
You know, the Sultan's a dictator and a very temperamental man. Any little ripple could upset your father's oil deal. I'd hate to be in your shoes if that happened.
Maybe I can still call him and delay it.
I got a telegram this morning. Sam Blackwell gave his 16 party.
I don't want to hear.
He doesn't use a regular guy you hear. Tries to buy cheap.
I'm not interested.
Gets a special price on the meats.
I'm not listening.
4 guests go home that night, and they get food poisoning.
Oh, my God.
Now, they're in the hospital because he looked for bargains.
I'll bet they're suing.
Ah, now you want to hear.
Well, are they?
I don't want to tell you. You're not interested.
Tell me, Walter.
Look, you're not interested.
Tell me.
Foggy day.
Walter, you know what you are? You are a sadist.
Why? A minute ago you weren't interested.
I'm not interested.
You're not? Good. A foggy day. Monday.
Grouch, are you going to answer me?
Are they suing? Is that what you asked? No, they're not suing. They're not suing. We're suing them for low resistance to tainted meat. Now, of course they're suing. What do you expect from poisoned people?
Oh, my God.
If I could get Sam Blackwell here, I'd crush his head.
Be thankful nobody died.
Yes, Marion, we're thinking of making that our slogan.
Excuse me.
Not now with the magic tricks.
Someone help me out of this.
Don't pay any attention to him, Father.
I think it's wonderful a man of the talk has a hobby besides just God.
A man builds a catering firm for 20 years, he goes away, leaves his partner in charge, and what happens? He begins poisoning customers. I'm working with Lucretia Borgia.
Have faith in the Lord, my son.
I do have faith in the Lord, Father. And if you can hear me now, please crush Sam Blackwell's head.
Hello? Yes? What? Walter, it's New Jersey for you. Must be Sam Black. Walter, be nice, Walter. We all make mistakes.
Hello? Yeah, this is he. Hello, Cretin. How are you, Cretin? You poison any more customers? Good. How many? Wonderful. 2 more killed over, huh? Murderer. One talk louder. I can't hear you, murderer. What did the lawyer say? What? Oh, he feels they have a chance, huh? You know what I'm gonna do when I get back to the States, Blackwell? I'm gonna rent a car and run you over, you understand? Blackwell, UN buildings picking up Arabs?
I am His Royal Majesty, ruler of the people of Ashia. I am here to see Ambassador McGee.
How do you do?
These are my wives.
Hello. Can I take your veil?
Walter Holland of Newark, New Jersey. Romney, you'll have a heart attack. You're not a young man.
Excuse me, Your Majesty.
I am a guest of Ambassador McGee's.
I hope you didn't have any trouble getting by all those soldiers outside. Walter and I have wanted you.
I know where I read about the Sultan of Bashir lately. Didn't you guys put down an uprising or something? That's right. Didn't you have a revolution, something?
Where is the ambassador?
Sure, you killed all those innocent workers. That wasn't nice what you did to those people. They were protesting peacefully.
There are two sides to that affair, my friend.
What kind of two sides? A few poor workers go on strike, you gotta shoot them?
If you could see them, they are vermin. There is no other way to teach them.
Oh, Walter, what are you talking about? Something you know nothing about?
I don't know politics. Don't you read the papers? This guy executes people like you use a credit card.
You're in a bad mood.
I did not come here to be received by imperative dogs. Where is the ambassador?
I always read things and I get frustrated, because being a little shot from New Jersey, I never get to express my opinions to a real big shot.
No one asked you, Walter.
Your Majesty, forgive us.
I will not stay here unless I receive an apology from the government.
Mr. Hollander, leave this room at once.
What's your trouble, Aladdin?
Walter, you're in a very bad mood this morning. Let's go.
I'm not going anywhere. I live here. I pay taxes. Why, because this bum has some oil wells?
Your Majesty, please come inside.
You are an insolent swine!
I'll hit him a shot in the chops. He'll have to bandage him in his own sheets.
Don't threaten me, you pig!
What's this guy doing here anyway?
That's none of your business.
This is my business. I pay taxes. This building is rented with my money.
Shut up, Walter.
I don't like the idea of my government doing business with this guy.
That's something for the government to decide, Mr. Hollander.
I am the government.
Listen to him. Now he's the government.
What do you think the government is? It's made up of little people like you and me. Well, maybe not you.
I have never been insulted in such a manner.
Your Majesty, I beg your forgiveness.
Take a hike, Fatso. That's how this country gets into trouble. Dealing with guys like you.
I did not come here to be humiliated. Relations between us are at an end.
Your Majesty!
That's right, and every time you bring somebody else into this house who's a bum like him, they get the same. Come on, Marion.
Somebody who cheats on his income taxes. You certainly are a big shot, Walter.
You said it would look bad for the family image if you put Mr. Kilroy in charge. Dad? Yes, Dad. Yes, sir. Right.
McGee, I'll start right away, see if I can arrange that spy trade. Hard luck, McGee. Those are the breaks.
Hi, Axel. I brought you a drink. I thought you might need one.
Watch.
Why does it always happen to me? What am I gonna do? I'll kill myself. That's it. I'm gonna kill myself.
Axel, what happened?
Susan, I'm a failure. I'm 30 years old, and I'm a failure. Not just a little failure. I'm a big failure.
Have a drink.
I've been relieved of my command by Kilroy, and the United States Weather Bureau has just declared me a disaster area.
Your job really means a lot to you, doesn't it?
I guess it's hard for you to understand. It's all I've ever been brought up to think of.
I understand. It's not easy being the son of a famous person.
Susan, do you know that when I was 10 years old and I did something wrong, my mother used to hit me with a copy of Time magazine with my father's picture on the cover?
Oh, Axel, you're not a failure. Maybe you're just in the wrong field. Maybe in some other business you'd be a genius.
Sure, if there was such a thing as the failure business, I'd have chain stores. What does your fiancé do?
He's a lawyer.
I know it's none of my business, but you don't seem to be wildly enthused over the prospect of getting married.
I'm not getting married. I haven't told my parents yet, but I have told Donald. Donald's bright and very handsome. Just not for me.
I see. But I guess your father will be disappointed.
He's gonna have a stroke. He adores Donald. And compared to the kind of guys I almost married, Donald's the answer to a father's prayer.
Have you almost married often?
A few times. But always the type that would turn my father's hair gray.
a manic depressive jazz musician, a draft dodger, and a defrocked priest.
Boy, you must really hate the suburbs.
Well, if I tie myself down for life, I want someone,
Stable and successful.
I want a little action.
That's what I mean. You don't want anything too stable or successful.
Well, the truth is, you really don't know what you want. You think you want a certain type, and then you meet someone who has nothing of what you wanted, and for some unexplainable reason, you fall in love with them.
I know. I once wrote a poem about that.
A poem? Actually, you're a latent creator. Is the place still heavily surrounded?
Yeah, you want to see?
Look at all those stars. You can see the difference, see?
Sorry, the air's so clear this time of year.
Yeah, I love fall. It's such an exciting time of year. It's the start of everything.
I like winter because I love to ski.
Well, I've never gone skiing, but I'm mad for the idea.
Maybe someday when all this gets worked out, I could take you skiing. I know you'd love it. It's very romantic. I broke my pelvis once, but...
Well, I think it's getting late and I better go to bed. Good night, Axel. It was fun talking to you.
Good night. Thanks for the drink. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Good night. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Really. Damn it! Why can't I ever get anything right? Ow!
We're getting traded for a spy. A big spy. You can read about it in the papers. Is there anything you want us to bring you? No, from here. He wants us to take pictures. Great dinner. I'll see you later, and don't forget to thank Mrs. Klein. Yeah. I called Donald.
You called on him. Don't you think that's Susan's business?
Yeah, but I feel she neglects him. Besides, I want to establish good relations with my future son-in-law.
So what'd he say?
He wasn't home. My future attorney was out prosecuting a slumlord. The boy's a poet.
I spoke to Bonnie Silverman on the phone, and he said he'd take the station wagon again.
Good. On the way home, you can drop me off at work.
You're not coming home first?
What for?
You're going directly from Europe to work.
Why not?
Are you crazy, Walter?
I'll help with the unpacking when I get home at 7.
But you haven't seen our apartment in 6 weeks.
Who was there to change it?
A man hasn't seen his apartment in 6 weeks. He goes straight from Europe to work.
It's a Thursday. I always work on Thursdays.
Can't the business wait another day, Walter?
Well, what do you care?
If I cash in our mutual funds, will you see a psychiatrist?
All packed?
It was clever of Mr. Kilroy to arrange a spy exchange, Axel.
Yes, he's very efficient. He's already lined up a big reception this weekend for the Sultan of Bashir. And I'm sure he'll smooth over that situation as quickly as he did this one.
I'd still rather be you.
I'm going to miss you, Susan.
Well, if you're ever in Newark,
At the rate I'm going, that could happen.
Axel, I'm sorry about the other night.
You're sorry?
I'm sorry I got so shaken up. It was something I really wanted you to do, but when you did it, I just got shaken up.
I just wish we could have spent some time together.
So do I. Well, at least you still have your job.
Yeah.
Can't understand you, Walter. They've been so nice to us here. How can you stick the towels in your suitcase?
It's a habit. I was a deprived child.
Are you sure it's safe to go out there?
Yes, it's all been carefully arranged. Mr. Krojak will accompany you to the plane.
Susan, did you take your hair dry out of Miss Burns' office?
We came to say goodbye and wish you good luck.
Yes, it's a pity you're leaving.
Chef, if you ever need a job, I think I may be able to get you one at the Chock full of nuts.
I may as well tell you now, Mr. Hollander. The beer you ate last night was really ill. And you clean your plate?
Oh, really? Well, look in the vase next to the dining room table.
Bless you all. You have made my life richer. Pecado. Go on. I am not forcing.
5 of diamonds.
Right. Give me this.
country do this.
Guy, will you go up and see that the Hollanders haven't left anything in their rooms?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of cartons upstairs. Come on, Susan.
I better make sure Walter took his passport. Wouldn't it be a scream if you had to spend the rest of your life on Ellis Island?
Mr. Gilroy, there's a phone call for you, and it's urgent. It's on Ambassador McGee's private line.
If I could have my way, you and all those like you would hang in the public square as an example to all enemies of this state.
Jack, when was the last time you called up a girl and she said yes?
Oh, I have men who worked with the Gestapo during the war. 1 hour at their disposal, and you would tell everything.
Tell what? Who's got what to tell?
Admit it, you're a filthy American spy.
Oh, what?
Admit it.
Oh,
Admit it.
what?
Admit it.
All right, I admit it. I'm not from New Jersey. I'm not a caterer. She's not my wife. She's a U-boat commander. You happy? You think you're so clever. You're nothing. This is my easiest caper since the Kowalski wedding.
I will kill you myself.
We're all trained in karate, you know.
If my hands were not tied by this stupid red tape, I would have my men come here and drag you out.
It riles you, doesn't it? You like to bully people. Wait till the newspapers back home get a hold of how we made monkeys out of you. You'll be the laughing stock of the secret police. I wouldn't be surprised if they took away your disguise kit.
You will die. I will see to it. If I must do it with my bare hands.
Don't make them up buddy or blade to pieces.
You're bluffing.
Oh yeah, big shot?
You fool, that's a finger.
It may look like a finger. But it's actually a flesh-colored 45 with 2 joints, a knuckle, and a little hair.
Idiot.
Walter, I'm ready to go.
Good, so am I.
I have finally convinced the authorities in letting them use my own methods in dealing with you. This trade has cheated me out of that and has saved your lives. But someday, we will meet again.
The deal is off.
What?
Adolf Loper is dead.
Dead?
Dead?
He has hung himself in his cell.
Dead? Adolf Loper is dead?
He's dead? You mean he's not alive? He's dead? Oh, boy, am I in trouble.
I must go back to my office immediately. But we shall meet again. And soon.
Walter, what are we gonna do?
We're not going home?
I guess not.
He had all this time to kill himself. He had to pick today. There's a weekend coming up. It's a holiday weekend.
See, and you were gonna rush to work. I better
Ah.
call Barney Silverman.
I'm getting drowsy.
Rousey.
I already took a Dramamine. It's a half hour before the flight. He had 7 days to kill himself. He had to pick today, and this morning yet.
It's 5 a.m. there. He did it before breakfast. You see how important it is to eat? Well, I guess we better unpack.
I better call Seth and tell him to go ahead with that application to the foster parents home.
What makes a man kill himself? What do you expect from a gray fox? That's not a name for a grown-up person.
Well, he wanted us to spend more time together.
McGee, do you think it's possible? Oh boy. Marion, come quickly. She's kissing the failure.
Hollanders have been living here nearly 2 weeks now, and everyone is really feeling the strain. Mrs. Hollander has nothing to do, so she goes around all day cleaning the embassy.
I've waxed every floor in the house today. Twice. Even the rooms with wall-to-wall carpeting.
It's nice to be clean, but a lot of floor wax is a dangerous thing.
Darn living room floor.
Susan and
Walter watches us like a hawk. Last night, when he thought we were going to meet in the dining room, he squatted motionless, put a throw pillow in his lap, and pretended to be a chair.
You're kidding.
No, I sat on it.
If Mr. Hollander's behavior seems a little extreme, it's only because he's torn between a failing business, a failing future son-in-law, and a 12-year-old boy whom he misses very much.
Dear Seth, don't forget to dress warmly and eat slowly. Chew your food carefully and go to bed early. And stay away from women. See what happened to me.
After thinking it over and weighing the pros and the cons, I had a long talk with Susan and Mrs. Hollander about the only way for them to ever see their home again. Escape.
Father Drobny say anything to you about an escape? Yes, I think it's a wonderful idea. Did you suggest it to Mr. McGee? Not yet. I'm waiting till the moment's right. Did you suggest it to Daddy?
I wouldn't dare. You know how he hates to take me anyplace. Hello, Maggie.
Oh, hello, Father. I didn't want to alarm anyone before, but I don't like what's happening out there. This morning there were only a few pickets, their number's been growing, and now there are dozens. Some of them look too old to be students to me.
Ah, yes, I see. Some are not students. Some are communist agitators.
Well, just how ominous are those anti-Hollander signs they're carrying?
I'll put it this way. Is there a place to put the Hollanders in the event of a serious rioting?
Serious rioting? What do you have in mind?
Stoning, looting, fires.
Stoning, looting, fires? My life is like the Old Testament. The only thing I've been able to avoid so far is locusts.
A project has many followers who will stop at nothing. If he chooses to, he'll find a way to come in here and get the Hollanders out.
See, Kilroy doesn't understand the danger in these things. He lacks my vast experience in getting stoned and spit at. I better call my father direct and let him know there may be trouble.
Wait, Joe, I want to speak to you.
Later, Mr. Hollander.
What happened? All of a sudden it's goodbye, successful lawyer, hello, psychotic diplomat.
It's her own life, Walter. She's 23 years old.
Who says it's not her own life? I just wanted to do the right thing, that's all.
So?
So what I tell is the right thing. This guy's what we used to call in the pool room a loser.
Walter, he's a Yale graduate.
Yale makes mistakes too.
Don't get involved.
This is the worst prospect she's ever had. I even like the draft dodger she was going with better. At least he was a success. He beat the draft. Something.
May I remind you that when we first got married, your future didn't look too secure?
Where do you compare? I have a joie de vivre.
What good is security if she's not happy, Walter?
Happy? Where does happiness come into this? She's getting married. When you get married, you give up happiness. What? All of a sudden, Donald can't make her happy? He's an attorney. He's got court cases, a fill out brief, there's mortgages, litigations. It's romantic.
She was always a little lukewarm about Donald, I felt. But you know, I didn't want to say anything. Walter? What is that, Walter? Must be those pickets outside.
Careful, Marion. I thought there was only a few of them.
Walter, look what's doing out there. It's a regular demonstration. Oh my God, they've got a cloth dummy out there and it looks just like you. They're burning it, Walter.
Maybe they think I'm a football coach.
Walter, this is not a joking matter. They've got big, black, ugly signs with our names on them.
Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never harm me.
Walter, they have sticks and stones.
Come away from the window.
They're shooting and throwing rocks in the window. Mr. Cooper, I hand has helped the brick. They're lying on the floor, muttering something about aviation.
Everybody keep calm. Don't panic. All right, now you can panic.
Talking tonight.
McGee! McGee, come quickly. We have your usual riot.
Walter, what are we gonna do?
Try not to get shot.
Walter, maybe if you went outside and dressed me.
I said let's take a cabana
up, Cobb? Who's Walter?
I've had some experience with these things before. I can just dismantle it before it goes off.
Axel, be careful.
Dismantle. My leggages.
Where does it itch, Walter? I'll scratch it.
Get away from me. Everybody has a rule.
What about you, Walter?
Look out the rule at the window. You'll see me passing over the house any minute.
There's no use in all of us getting tormented.
Thanks, Marion.
There. It's dead. I did it.
My heart feels like a disc attack.
Who told you to pick up strange objects?
That's how I met you.
Was anybody hurt?
No, we're okay. What about everybody else?
Mr. Kilroy got hit in the head with a brick. I think he has a concussion. He thinks he's the Wright brothers.
Wright brothers? Lodge a complaint with the ministry and report this to Washington. Tell them I tried reaching my father, but he's somewhere in a yacht in the damn Caribbean.
Come quickly, Wilbur. I'm coming, Orville. I'm telling you, Wilbur, we can do it. Do what? Get those machines to fly. Orville, you're crazy. So are you. Let's go down to Kitty Hawk Friday and put them in the air. We'll do it. Both of us. What do you mean, both of us? What if it doesn't work? We must try it and stop this arguing. Hey! Orville, you always were Mother's favorite.
Miss Burns, take Mr. Kilroy to his room and get a doctor over here immediately. We may have to check him into a hospital.
Better get twin beds.
We better give Miss Burns a hand. We may be next.
In the absence of my superiors, I have no choice but to give myself a battlefield commission. Until further notice, I am in charge of this embassy.
How exciting.
Now, if I could think of what to do, it would help.
I can.
What?
Axel, supposing my parents and I want to escape.
By escape, you mean what?
By escape, I mean leave here and show up in Newark.
Susan, you're nuts.
Axel, I spoke to Father Drubney about it, and he says we can do it.
Father Drubney, the holy Houdini, he can't even get himself out of a straitjacket. What does he know?
He knows how to get us out of the country, and he says it's a cinch.
Look, Susan, why don't you get some rest? And if you still feel the same way next year...
Why not? Give me one good reason.
Death? That's one good reason? If you think your father's uncomfortable here, wait till you see him in front of a firing squad.
My parents are willing. We've already discussed it.
Then your parents are crazy and they should be locked up. And since they are locked up, we have nothing to talk about.
Axel, I'm serious.
A foggy day, let it down.
You have no imagination.
I have a wonderful imagination. 10 minutes after you try and escape, I can picture Kojak wearing your father's shirt.
Why can't we escape?
I just gave you a good reason. An escape requires timing and coordination and a good physical condition. Your father gets out of breath if I ask him to pass the salt.
Oh, Axel, for once in your life, take the initiative. Don't let things just happen. That's what life is, a series of adventures you go through with someone you care about. We can do it. With you leading the way, with your firm young jaw against the wind.
Susan, have you been smoking the drapes?
Let's go tell my parents the idea.
I thought you said they approved.
Well, my mother does. I thought you could tell that.
Susan, I can't go through with this.
Mother, Dad, come quickly. Axel's something to tell you.
Susan, let's discuss this.
Axel, it's just a question of time until another bomb comes through the window. You've no right to deny us a chance to save our lives.
I'm not good at these things.
Axel, we could do it. The two of us, together.
Be realistic, Susan. How could you get out of the building?
Well, we could dig a tunnel.
Dig a tunnel? Are you kidding? With our knowledge of engineering, you'd probably come up in the stove.
All right, we could sneak out of the back of a laundry truck. I saw it done once in an old prison movie.
We don't send our laundry out anymore. Your mother does it for the entire embassy. No, you'd only have a chance if, say there was a party here, and you dressed as guests, mingled with the crowd, and left when everybody else leaves.
Axel, that's brilliant.
What is?
Your idea. There's a party here Saturday night for the Sultan. We dress up as guests, we mingle, and we walk right out.
That's the craziest thing I ever...
Axel, it's a stroke of genius.
What's so urgent? What does the failure want to tell us?
Go ahead, Axel.
Susan, that was an awfully nasty bomb that came in here before.
Oh, did you notice that?
Mr. Holland, in view of circumstances, after careful consideration, I feel our situation warrants a little action.
Action? What kind of action?
Well, supposing you and your family actually were trapped spies, what would you do?
I denied and claimed to be a caterer. What do you want from me?
You read about it in the papers. What do families do when they're caught behind the Berlin Wall? And they want freedom desperately. So desperately their lives depend on it.
What do? They dig tunnels, go over walls, forge passports, go through roadblocks. It's been wonderful chatting with you, McGee. If you have any more hysterical notions, be sure and call me.
Mr. Hollander, it's the only way.
Escape! What an interesting idea!
You know you're crazy? Years of insanity have made you crazy.
Why not, Dad? It's better than being trapped here. Grouch, will you just listen for a minute?
Foggy day. Mr. Hollander, it's a matter of life or death.
You picked the wrong person to talk to about an escape. I don't escape from places. It's not my field. I enter and I stay.
It's wrong to reject an idea just because it may sound radical.
It's radical. That's exactly it. And when it comes to going over walls, through tunnels, and forging passports, I'm a terrific conservative. I'm like the John Birch of the escape world.
Calm down, will you please?
Marion, have you ever seen a man with a hernia running from a tank?
Dad, you read about it every day. Couples escape, husband escape, lovers flee tyranny.
What you read is couple shot escaping, husband shot escaping, lovers killed, fleeing tyranny.
You are a coward.
That's right, Mr. Anthony. And if you wanted a hero, you should have married Sergeant York.
Walter, do you want Susan to grow up here for the rest of her life?
I'd rather she grew up here than as an orphan. I'm funny that way. I can tolerate anybody's orphan but my own.
You want her to meet other available men, don't you, Walter?
All right, let me hear it. Let me hear this wonderful plan so I can have a good laugh.
The night after tomorrow, there's going to be a reception.
Who's catering?
Will you let her?
A big party in honor of the Sultan of Bashir. That night, this house will be filled with dignitaries, men and women from all nations of the world, even this country. You two and Susan will dress as guests. Now then, you'll wait upstairs till midnight, and when groups of guests leave, you'll come downstairs, get your coats, and go right out with them.
It'll give you a chance to wear your dark blue mohair.
I don't like my mohair. It itches.
How can mohair itch? It's a soft fabric.
Sue me, it itches.
Well, you'll have to wear a dark suit, because I'm not escaping if you're not dressing.
We're not escaping.
Once outside, we'll have the embassy limousine waiting, and you're off.
And if we did manage to get out of here, what then?
There. Simple. My contacts will see to it that you're on your way home within hours.
Mr. Hollander, I appeal to you. For the safety of everyone concerned, we must not procrastinate. Timing is very important.
We'll see Safe again, Walter. I miss him so. By the way, there was something I wanted to tell you, but I didn't want to tell you because I knew you'd get upset. I got a letter from my brother.
What?
Our apartment was robbed. Burglars broke in. They took the TV and all your shirts.
I'm cursed. I'm a cursed caterer. I'm trapped here and someone has burglars running around with my initials on their cuffs.
Dad, let's go home.
Mr. Hollander, I beg you. McGee's plan is a good one. I know he seems like a bungler, but he's actually bright and resourceful. He knows exactly what he's doing, and you are in good hands.
All right, we'll escape.
Mr. Hollander, there's nothing to worry about. I'm in full control.
You are a nut. devising a plan so complicated only 3 people in the world understood it. And McGee was not one of them. On the morning of the night of the escape, they reviewed the plan to make sure it was foolproof.
It's a rotten plan. It won't work.
Well, we're not calling it off.
Now then, let's start from the top, go over the entire procedure again. All right, Mr. Hollander, who are you?
Don't laugh, Walter. It's not funny.
I'm John Randall from Washington, D.C. I work in the Department of the Interior. I'm married. I have 4 children. I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and went to school in California. I majored in agriculture and entered the government under Roosevelt. I drive a Chrysler and... Who's going to ask me stupid questions?
In the event that you're stopped at any point, your answers must be consistent.
Nobody's going to believe I'm Sam Randall.
John Randall.
John, Sam, I got such a headache.
What are you doing in Europe?
What am I doing in Europe? I'm making a tour of undeveloped nations to initiate projects coping with the problems of soil and water conservation.
Very good, Walter.
Oh, it's very good, me.
And I'm his lovely wife, Carmen. I'm also the former Miss Wisconsin of 1938.
They believe that. We win the whole Cold War. One look at those varicose veins. They'll think we're smuggling road maps.
Where are you staying in town?
At the Grand Hotel for a week, and then we're flying to Malaysia.
All right. Now, what do you do when you leave here?
Well, at about midnight, when some of the guests are leaving, we casually say, "Excuse me," and leave with the largest group. Our chauffeur will then drive us directly to the Grand Hotel.
Provided we haven't been shot, identified, beaten, and tortured.
At the Grand Hotel, we switch cars. A man will come up to me and say, "My, those are lovely earrings. My wife has a pair just like them."
Correct.
He is our driver. We go with him.
And if some stranger happens to like her earrings, we'll wind up following him to Lapland.
What do you do when he takes you to the railroad station?
Takes us to the railroad station, and we're met by a guy, presumably not suspicious looking, who says to me, "The grass is green." Which for my money, you might as well be wearing a neon sign saying, "I'm a spy."
And what do you do?
Get on the train heading for Istanbul. Another first in my life. I need Istanbul like the plague, with my fear of Turks.
But you don't get to Istanbul.
That's right. Halfway there, we jump off the train.
I'm really looking forward to this. It's been so long since I jumped off a moving train.
Your contact will assist you in all these maneuvers.
Walter, what are you so worried about?
Let's see how well you jump. You practically break a leg finding a seat at the movies.
After leaving the train, we're picked up by a man driving a wagon load of hay.
Correct.
We dress up as peasants, get up on the wagon, and go with him.
Has to be hay, right? I got the worst hay fever in America. Must be hay.
He takes us to the seashore, where we're picked up by a submarine. Isn't it thrilling, Walter?
Submarine? Yesterday you said it was a plane.
It had to be changed. Security precautions.
Good you told me. I would have spent the whole day looking for wings.
Now then, here's some local currency.
Nah, it's all right. I got money. You get the next one.
Take it, Walter. You only have traveler's checks.
They're good anywhere.
You're going to stop in the middle of a chase through an alley and start signing traveler's checks.
Chase through alleys? You said this is going to be simple. I can't run. I'm an old man with orthopedic shoes.
I suggest you take this money. Incidentally, have you ever shot a pistol?
Shot a pistol? How often in the catering business is there a gunfight?
It's very simple. You can't fire until you release the safety match.
Walter, I don't think you should carry a gun.
Why not?
They're dangerous.
They're not dangerous.
But you don't know how to use one.
Don't worry, I can use a gun.
When did you ever use a gun?
Plenty times.
When?
I want to carry it.
You're not carrying it.
it. Just keep it unloaded, Walter.
You'd always have the time to load it. But besides, there won't be any need for it. I've got every angle configured.
You can never tell when this little piece of tin can spell the difference.
Well, this is it. I'm going upstairs.
I'll be there in a minute. I'm going to stay down here and read my paper.
Ah, there you are, Your Majesty. Why don't you come inside and enjoy being the guest of honor?
Ah, Mr. McGee, there is nothing better to cement wounded pride than bourbon.
There's plenty of bourbon inside.
Where is that American from New Jersey? The mongrel.
He couldn't come, but he sends his apologies and best wishes. I'm delighted you consented to give us the opportunity to honor you, Your Majesty. You know how my father feels about you.
Where is your father?
Oh, he meant to get back for the party, but his flight was delayed. I'm sure he'll come after everyone else is gone. What is it, Father?
Take out.
Not now, Father.
Go on, take one.
I'm not in the mood for magic.
There is a message written on the three of spades.
You can tell me the message, Father. No one will hear.
The Hollanders are ready.
That's the message?
Axel,
Where are your parents?
they're coming. My father's having trouble getting his holster on.
The house is crawling with trouble. Crojack is here. If I tried to keep anyone away, it would look suspicious. You better move fast. The coast is clear.
Goodbye, Axel. I'll speak to you in a few days.
We have some future plans to discuss.
Whoa! You haven't kissed me like that in 25 years.
That was you! What are we going to do?
Just trying to appear casual.
I am appearing casual.
You know, Walter, you can tell you're carrying a gun.
Oh, get out of here. You cannot.
No, you can't. There's a big bulge under your shoulder.
It's the way I'm built.
That's not the way you're built. You don't have a handle.
Leave me alone.
Put it upstairs, Walter.
We need it.
We don't need it. You shot Mr. Kilroy. It's dangerous.
It went off accidentally.
Walter, people are staring at your bulge.
Foggy day.
That's not meant that way.
I'm John Randall from Washington, D.C. I work in the Department of the Interior. I'm married and I have 4 children. I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and went to school in California. I majored in agriculture. I first entered the government under Roosevelt. I drive a Chrysler Imperial. My name is John Randall.
And I'm his lovely wife, Carmen.
How do you do? Yanis Gatsner. And this is the Countess Wilhelmina Bardon.
John, say hello to the Countess, darling.
Hello, darling.
This wine is extraordinary. Have you tasted it?
Exquisite.
Yes, rather diffident and ephemeral. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Randall?
Yeah, the bouquet is subtly demure, while the flavor is playfully articulate.
Esquire magazine.
How long have you been here?
2 weeks.
2
few
weeks.
days. We're staying at the Grand Hotel.
I don't care.
Beautiful. Well, it's getting late. We better be going, Walter.
Walter?
Funny, my own wife forgets I'm Sam Randall.
Sam?
John.
John Sam Randall. My real name is Randall John Sam, but everyone in Washington confused me with Lyndon Johnson. John Sam. I kept getting all his meat bills and phone messages.
How interesting.
We're doing Afghanistan.
Tunisia.
Afghanistan. Tunisia.
Afghanistan, Tunisia. Come on, Marion.
Marion?
And I'm his lovely wife, Tom.
It's my cigarette lighter.
May I have a light?
Damn, Zippos never work.
No matter. Well, we must be going. The party's about over, and we had to be the last to leave.
Lucky those Zippos never work.
Yeah, come on, Mary.
So, my friends, we meet again.
What'd you do, roll a drunk and steal his invitation?
You're all dressed up. Are you going someplace?
Project! Project telephone call for you. Why don't you take it in mind when it's right up there? Come on, they're waiting.
I'll deal with you later.
Where are they?
They've gone. Don't worry. Once the crash police indicate, the rest is not hard.
If we don't hear anything in the next 2 minutes, we can assume they've made it.
By now, they should be going down the steps. Now, they're approaching the car, slowly, deliberately.
Now they're all at the gate. They're going through, all together. The police have no reason to stop them. I wonder if this is happening in any other embassy.
What is that? Oh, Axel, it's terrible.
Walter, how could you do it?
It was dark, I couldn't see anything.
Dad!
How could you do it? How could you attempt an escape?
Dad, the situation called for something bold. Had it worked, we'd all be heroes.
You failed, as everything you do fails. Picketing, riots, bombs. This never happened in my embassy before. And this morning a devout priest produced a 7 of spades from my ear.
Father Drugny is trying to cheer you up, sir.
Get you for this, Axel. I promise you that.
Excuse me.
I'm finished with him, Miss Hollander. By the way, Axel, your mother called. She wants you to mail her your birth certificate. Through 2 world wars without a scratch. Only to be shot by a caterer.
I'm sorry, Axel. It's all our fault.
No, it isn't. But now they've doubled the guard outside.
It was a nice try, McGee. Unfortunately, I shot the boss, but, those are the breaks.
I guess we're here for good now.
No. I got you into this, and I promise I'll get you out.
Well, I'm ready and willing to try anything now that I've actually drawn blood. True, it was your father's.
What was that?
It's assault on Bashir, one of his wives, and are they unconscious or something?
Serves them right. They drank up enough alcohol last night to rub down the Green Bay Packers.
I guess I better call Barney Silverman again. He's probably still at Montauk Point waiting for us to surface.
Miss Burns, it seems the Sultan and one of his wives have had a little too much party. You better put them to bed. If you have any trouble moving them, there's a dolly downstairs and some pajamas. 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 Pajamas.
McGee, why are you looking at me like that and repeating the word pajamas?
I bet it would work.
Axel, what are you thinking?
Father Drumby, come here, quickly.
Anything's going through that mind of yours besides the usual cattle stampede, you better tell us.
Size is about right.
Axel, I know what you're thinking, but there's 2 of them and 3 of us.
No one saw them leave here last night. So if they leave now, it'll look perfectly natural. Except underneath those royal robes will not be His Majesty at all, but the Phantom Caterer.
Sounds great. It won't work, but it sounds great.
I think it's just crazy enough to work.
You two change quickly.
Well, what about me?
I'll come to you. Miss Burns, please assist them.
Axel, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Susan, for the first time since this whole thing started, I feel I'm in complete control. This is going to work.
You called?
Yes, Father Drubby, are your contacts still ready to move on a moment's notice?
Yes, I'm sure.
Then alert them, quickly.
Axel, this is so exciting. You're actually having an idea.
Susan, every now and then, fate comes along, takes a man by the hand, and enables him to build a mountain.
Oh, Axel, how corny.
I'm going to get you all out of here, home, safely.
The storm we were expecting will be a little late, but I think the same precautions are still in order.
Susan, have I told you lately that I love you?
No, but if you want to, I think we can work something out.
Ready to go?
Mr. Hollander.
Here's suit itches. I've explained it 1,000 times about my skin. My dermatologist says I have the thighs of a princess.
Everything is ready. Go immediately, and God bless you.
Try to be as casual and as confident as you can. If anybody talks to you, mutter something about Allah.
Yes, tell the driver to take you to the Grand Hotel. From there on, the plane is precisely the same.
But what about Susan?
She's going to walk out with me in a little while under the protection of full diplomatic immunity.
How?
As the wife of a foreign diplomat, you get that privilege.
Wife, you and her?
Why not? We're United States citizens in United States territory. We're over 21 and Father Drubney's a priest. It's perfect.
Oh, Axel.
My Susan, a bride! Oh, this is the happiest day of my life. I only wish your father were alive to see it.
I am alive. I'm right here.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I just got a little carried away.
Axel's brilliant.
What if she doesn't want to marry you?
I do.
You do? May Allah twist your nose off.
Better move quicker.
Listen, Susan, while we're on the submarine, make sure to wire us your silverware pattern.
May all the sands in the desert fill your navel.
See you in Newark in a few days.
Hurry, please. Remember, Mr. Hollander, you're not losing a daughter. You're gaining a son.
May all the camels of... forget it.
Incidentally, the Hollanders made it to Newark safely, and I married Susan and McGee. Ambassador McGee is still running for governor without the help of the Sultan. And just to be sure that no one causes any more trouble, he sent McGee 5,000 miles away to Bolivia, where for the first time in 200 years, that country had a plague of locusts. Becca, go on. I am not busting.
Is it on?
I want to thank two very, very special ladies who worked with me on the show, without whom I couldn't do it. That the incredible set, as always, has been designed by our very, 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 very talented Barbara Averson. And we had some incredible lighting for this show, which was due to the talents of our dance teacher, who is a choreographer and dancer, and a lighting designer, and new to our staff, and that is Sharon Rubenstein. I would like to thank incredible job by the AV squad. Ariane Herberter, Susie Bryson, Romaine Rustani. Well done.
And we decided that for many of us, Ms. Glover was teaching us for many years, and for some of us, she's been teaching us since the beginning of high school. So we decided to get her director's chair. It goes back afterwards.
One more second, I'll give you the floor. Ronnie Benjamini has also been on stage. We've had a history of breaking every possible prop we could in the last few weeks. Our stage crew is Tamar Cohn and Sarah Meltzer. And this is one of the wackiest and best casts that I've worked with, and I thank you.